Hey friend, it's MJ Gordon. Welcome back. It's been a while. So today I want to talk about the reason you feel so tired all the time. And this is not only your biggest flaw, but my biggest flaw. So I have had the honor and the privilege to get to know a lot of you through my Level Up program, through the Everyday Vacation, through just our emails and coaching, and it has been so humbling, to say the least. It is eye-opening and relieving to some degree to realize that we are all human and we're all on this journey and we all want similar things and we all are trying so hard. And at the same time, we all struggle. We have our challenges, and that it is perfectly normal and perfectly okay. You are not alone. If you are overwhelmed, exhausted, feeling tired all the time, but you're giving it your all, there is one thing that I want to talk to you about today that is holding you back and causing you to feel so tired, overwhelmed, imbalanced, like life is complicated and like you're just not motivated enough. So that one thing, that one flaw, is that you are an overachiever. Now, some of you might be like, wait a sec, this is my gift, this is my asset. It's your strength. It is my strength. And I'm just gonna give you an example by throwing myself under the bus. We are overachievers. We are go-getters. To some degree, we are perfectionists. We have a lot we want out of life. There's a lot we want to do. We have high expectations for ourselves. And for myself, I want to be great. I want to show up as a great person, a great mom, a great business owner. And sometimes if I fall short of that, or even if I'm giving it 100% of my best efforts and it doesn't quite turn out exactly how I expect, or mistakes happen, or people are disappointed, I take it really hard on myself. So not only am I trying to go above and beyond 100% every aspect of my life and in everything I do, when things don't happen exactly the way that I planned it to as far as results go, or if I make a mistake, or if somebody doesn't have the reaction that I want, mainly clients who are disappointed or don't, think that the vision was on point, I am so hard on myself. And I take it to heart, and I want to do anything and everything to fix it, and I want to learn from it, and I want to grow from it. And this is a huge strength. Like, it is a big strength for anybody to be like this. And so many of you are like this. But where it falls short, where it becomes your biggest flaw, and that's often the case, right? Like, our strengths are sometimes, and more often than not, our Achilles heel. Where this becomes a huge flaw is when you hold yourself to such a standard that you start to slack off in the areas where you think other people won't notice, or where you think it doesn't matter. And where it matters is taking care of you. So you'll know if you're like this because you have a hard time giving yourself some slack. You have a hard time not feeling good about not being productive. You always have a to-do list. You always have a place to go, something to do, something that you have to be at any given moment of time. You're very decisive. You're a go-getter. You have a lot of intention behind everything you do throughout the day. And when you try to do it, you try to do it 100%, and it doesn't feel right to just let yourself relax. It doesn't feel right to let go of that to-do list, or to simply not have anything to do. This might be you if you find yourself, when there's a vacation, turning that vacation into another goal or another something to accomplish, whether it's making sure you pack ahead of time, creating your packing checklist, and creating the itinerary and sticking to that itinerary, etc. Super organized, yet to some degree, super controlling. The next thing you might see is that you beat up on yourself a lot. You expect a lot out of yourself, and if things fall short, you take it really hard. You feel very guilty. And lately I have found myself going over and over and over my mistakes, almost as like a self-punishment. Like, how did you do that? Why did you do that? What mistake did you make? How can you change in the future? And sort of just beating up on myself over and over. Once the mistake is done and it's over with and we can move forward, I still feel really guilty about it. Which leads me to the third indicator that this is most likely you. You hate to disappoint. You hate to disappoint others. You hate to show up less than your very best, less than your highest performance or expectations. So if you're not performing as well today, whether it be in the gym or in your job or just in your attitude in general versus say yesterday or last week, you feel like you're disappointing. You're disappointed in yourself, you're disappointing other people, and you're not meeting your bar where you last left it. And it feels really awful. And the reason all of this is a big flaw, and I just, I want to caveat, if this is you, totally normal. Like everything has, the positive and the negative sides to the coin. If you are a go-getter, a high achiever, somebody with goals and dreams, you have to have discipline. You have to be motivated. And to a large degree, you have to be hard on yourself. I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but it is because you have been so focused and determined that you have accomplished what you've accomplished and you are where you are and you've been and done so much. But at the same time, this has to be balanced and you have to check yourself and just be aware of the fact that this tendency can keep you from taking care of yourself. And really, when you think about it, you're spending and wasting a lot of time and energy into areas that don't add value. It's stressful, it's exhausting, it starts to feel really lonely because you feel like your standards are all the way up here and people can't really understand why your response is that way or where your perspective is about it. And so you end up alienating yourself, and all for, to be quite honest, some things that most people won't even notice. Everybody is human. We all have our ups and downs, our bad days. It is normal to perform exceptional for like a month or two or for a couple weeks and then just be so poor. And for me, it is more of my attitude. Like I love when I feel spunky and peppy and I get my stuff done and I'm ahead and I still have all this energy to like go out and help my husband and contribute to my kids and like do other things. That's where I feel amazing. But the truth is I'm only there probably 20% of the time. The other 80%, I'm falling on my face, trying to keep up with this massive load of expectations and responsibilities that I have on a day-to-day basis while juggling all the excess stress and things that come up that I didn't plan, because that's life, right? That's business, that's life. And most days really ending the day and being like, I felt like I was just trying to cope, trying to keep my head out of water, and I gotta just like try again the next day because hopefully tomorrow goes a little smoother. But more often than not, that is simply not the case. I believe fully, my motto is full days, full life. But when you live such a full life, there is so much going on. There's like this whole dynamic of things, which is what makes me so passionate about leveling up my energy, leveling up my life so that I can streamline this whole thing and really maximize it and enjoy. But it is really so important to get honest about the level of expectation that you hold on yourself and your inability to relax and what it is taking away or costing you. But if you really want to be able to keep up and meet yourself at the expectation that you're trying to hold yourself, you also have to have grace and you have to have forgiveness, not in the sense of you did anything wrong, but forgiveness like slack with yourself to be able to support all the things that you're trying to do. So if you are tired every day, if you are overwhelmed and you feel exhausted and you're looking at your stuff and thinking, you know what? I'm a motivated person. Why can't I get this done? Why am I struggling with this? This doesn't seem very hard, but it feels hard. Then it means you're in a deficit. And it means you've been holding yourself to this like expectation of things to do without backing it up with the support that you need to be able to restore, recharge your energy so that you can wake up and do it again the next day and the next day and the next. So if this sounds like you, and I know it's a lot of you, first and foremost, breathe. It's okay. And it's normal. And honestly, I spend most of my day telling myself to calm down or take it down a couple notches just so that I can preserve my energy. But allow yourself to breathe. Allow yourself that room. Stop feeling guilty. Stop telling yourself you should be doing something else. Stop saying you should work out harder. Stop saying you should get more on your to-do list done. You are a responsible person. You are off your butt all day long, hustling, thinking about everyone else and everything else that you have to get done, but you need to take time every single day to think about you. And I really mean that. I'm not saying just for a moment, like, oh, what do I want? If you are trying to do everything, one of the ways that I cut myself some slack is by feeling okay hiring help. One of those being my house cleaning ladies. And I really didn't realize how much relief and just value I get out of not having to ever clean my bathrooms or deep clean my kitchen or wash my windows, because she takes care of it and I can focus on my more important priorities in life. You really have to start calculating and valuing your time. So how much time and energy is it taking from you trying to rethink over like all the mistakes, or trying to anticipate all the potential stresses and to avoid that, and to be so hard on yourself and to feel exasperated with the fact that you're not performing where you want to be performing. What you need to do is be okay with the fact that you're not performing the way you need to be performing, and treat yourself like you treat every other aspect in your life, which is, okay, what do I have to do about it now? And what I have to do about it doesn't mean getting the perfect diet, the perfect exercise plan, forcing yourself to meditate and do an hour of yoga every single day. I mean, like, what you really need to do is be okay with not having to do anything. So many of you in the Level Up program are there to learn how to level up your energy so that you can level up your life. You're trying to get your energy levels to that next level. But the biggest question I get asked all the time is, MJ, how do I not stress out about this? Like, I want to do this, but I'm stressed out about getting to bed on time. I'm stressed out about like doing all the lessons and getting all this stuff done. And you've done this very thing that we're talking about, which is you're putting all these high expectations, this high achieving mindset on the entire program and on the entire process. And the whole program is all about retraining your mind and body to sync up to a place where it knows how to automatically relax. And the only way that you can do that is by removing those high achieving expectations. I know it's totally backwards and against the grain to what you're used to doing every single day, but that is the missing piece and the reason that you're tired all the time. You're pushing and you're driving so hard, like a person who's working out like a maniac in the gym, but you're not setting the dumbbells down. Like, set the kettlebell down, come off the treadmill, sit down, get some food and water, relax, get in the hot tub, get a massage, do the things that you need to do so you can come back to the gym the next day and pump it out and sweat again. But what you're doing is from the crack of dawn all the way till past your bedtime, you are go, 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 going. And there isn't that space of reprieve. So you have basically conditioned yourself, your mind, your body to be in a constant state of stress. And you're cracking the whip every single day. And even when you're depleted, even when your body is begging you to sit down, you are still cracking the whip and forcing yourself to get motivated and to get out there and to go do stuff. So I want to give you like a light at the end of the tunnel, which is, if you prioritize this part, which is taking care of yourself, figuring out how to balance, and it is difficult at first to just set the ball down and then pick it back up, and then set it down and then pick it back up. But if you focus on allowing yourself that space and time every day, or one thing that I love preaching is the Pomodoro technique. So every 30 to 60 minutes, take a 5-minute break where you're literally doing nothing in terms of working or scrolling on your phone. Go listen to a song for 5 minutes. Go outside, take a breath of fresh air for 5 minutes. Pop down and do some chair yoga for 5 minutes. Do something that gets you present and that lets you relax. You will start to sync up that restorative space in your body, and you're going to start feeling recharged, and this is going to start to dig you back out of that hole. So I don't want you to stress or get overwhelmed any more than you have to. You've got enough on your plate already. But if there is one thing that I do want to stress, and if there is one thing I would encourage you to prioritize if you want to stop feeling so tired every day, it is learning how to come back down and relax. Learning how to set the whip down, set all the things that you have to do and that you feel behind on, let it be, and find a space to just be. And I mean, what's the point of life if we are cracking the whip all the time and then we are too tired and exhausted to be able to enjoy the fruits of our labor? And so I hope this video has helped you. If this is you, stick it down below. Like, tell us, tell the community, share what you feel and why it is so difficult for you, and like what things you've discovered and what things you do to help you get through it. Because really, like I said, most of us that go through this, it feels so lonely. Like, you feel like you are trying to perform at like top level and everybody is just passively going through life, not understanding, what the heck you're trying to do. And so I know that you're trying so hard to do so well on your diet, in your physical health, and in your mental well-being. But really, the simplest, easiest step to stop feeling tired all day, every day, and to get out of the overwhelm is to bring back balance between that fight or flight stress mode into that relaxation and restorative mode. So let me know if you like these types of topics and these videos. Hitting thumbs up really helps. Subscribe if you want more ways to level up your energy, level up your life, and increase all the resources, time, money, space, and energy to be able to live the life on your terms, what I call the everyday vacation. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Ciao for now.